What's going on, everybody? It's the Bull Show, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got an injury update for the Chicago Bulls today as we continue to talk about players potentially on the verge of coming back for the Chicago Bulls. It's all positive signs that it looks like right now. We're going to be talking about those injury updates. I know many of you guys probably already know what we're going to be talking about today. A lot of people have already reported on it, but at the end of the day, I haven't had my 2 cents on that situation, so it's time to get into it right now. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bull Show. Turn notifications on and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the current Chicago Bulls injury update, Chicago Bulls injury list, I guess you could say, and how excited are you to potentially see the return of some of these guys very, very soon. We're getting to that stage, ladies and gentlemen, where players could potentially be ready to go. And we've got 2 players to be talking about today. We'll also slightly talk about Lonzo Ball and what it means for him as well. But the news is that Alex Caruso has been cleared to compete in physical contact drills, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great sign to see that Alex Caruso is one step closer to his potential return, and usually that's the final step of training when you're able to compete with contact and compete with the physicality of your teammates. It's going to be a good, I guess, couple of days, couple of training sessions left for Alex Caruso, and then he'll be back ready to play for the Chicago Bulls, ready to give that energy and the defensive leadership on the court that I think we've been missing for quite a number of games. It's a big loss with Alex Caruso when he was out against Milwaukee that first time around. 6 to 8 weeks. He literally just came back as well off of a knee injury, I believe. So yeah, all things considered, it's a very good time to have Alex Caruso back. A couple of games where he can practice, get his energy up, get his, I guess, game rhythm up, and then he should be ready for the playoffs when the playoff comes around. And that is very important to have if you're a Chicago Bulls fan, if you're a Chicago Bulls player as well. We also have to talk about Patrick Williams, ladies and gentlemen, because he has taken some steps in the right direction for his potential return as well. Now, he hasn't got clearance in full contact drills at the moment. However, he has been cleared to train in minimal contact drills. So basically, it's not as big of a step as Alex Caruso, but it's still a step in the right direction. So we now have a very similar situation where we know the players are going to be returning in order, I guess you could say. So Alex Caruso is most likely to return as the first guy. Then obviously Patrick Williams with the minimal contact is still going to be participating in those types of drills before he gets cleared for practice fully with contact drills, and then obviously back in the NBA. That's going to be good for Patrick Williams, and he'll be the second one. And all I can say for Patrick Williams is this is an opportunity for him to help change this team in a dramatically different way. I didn't expect him to be a 30-point per game scorer or anything like that. I never expected that coming into this season, and I don't expect it now. But what I do expect from Patrick Williams is to be a good, massive help on the defensive end for his size. For someone that's probably going to be playing the power forward position a lot, he has to be very key to the way that we want to play defense. And he also, I expect, to knock down open shots, very similar to how Javonte Green is shooting the corner shots. I expect Patrick Williams to be lights out from that corner, which is pretty much what he was from the first in the first season. He was very good from the corner. And I also like to see Patrick Williams be a little bit more aggressive. These are the things I want to see out of Patrick Williams. These are things that might take a little bit of time to get from Patrick Williams, but again, it gives him a good couple of games heading into the playoffs where he can get that development, find his rhythm again, and maybe find his belonging on this team, which is something he just hasn't had a chance to do. So that's going to be very positive for Patrick Williams as well. And then the last player is obviously going to be Lonzo Ball. We're not going to talk too much about Lonzo Ball because he has not really gotten approved of anything at the moment. It looks like he's going to be the last player to be missing for the Chicago Bulls. He'll be the last player to return. Again, Lonzo Ball is a very different situation compared to Patrick Williams and Alex Caruso. He obviously had, in my opinion, a worse injury. He had surgery a week after Alex Caruso. So I think it's expected that he was the last one to return, but we all hoped that Lonzo Ball would be, I guess, ahead of schedule. It looks like he's going to be the last one to return for the Chicago Bulls. I think it's safe to say we miss Lonzo Ball very much. We miss his transition play. That's something we haven't seen a lot of since in his absence. Obviously, we miss his point of attack defense. We miss his pick and roll defense, his ability to switch on bigger guys, get some rebounds. Really, really important things that might not be, I guess, the 30-point performance for a lot of guys that people would be missing as well. Like if DeMar DeRozan ended up taking a few games off, we'd miss his 30 points per game. But with Lonzo, you kind of miss a little bit of everything with him. You miss his three-point shooting. You miss his ability to rebound as a guard. You miss his transition play. You miss his playmaking in total. He does a lot for this team, and it's all very much needed. And that's why I think we're major success the way that we are when he was playing. So hopefully Lonzo Ball can also come back ready to go. Hopefully it won't be too late, and he can also get a couple of games under his belt heading into the playoffs. But those are the injury updates for the Chicago Bulls. I guess the last thing I want to talk about as well is that Nikola Vucevic was currently playing for the Detroit Pistons not too long ago. He had a really good game there. He also played below his minutes, and it actually came out that he only could play 6 to 7 minutes at a time. So those minutes were very much fluctuated throughout the game, and he couldn't get a consistent ride of things. So in my opinion, in those situations, again, I know we're versing Detroit, and they won 6 out of their last 8 games. I believe now it's 6 out of their last 9 games. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough situation. Obviously, you want to go out and beat Detroit. You know it's a must-win game for the Chicago Bulls. But if there's a situation like that where he can't really get consistent minutes, only 6 to 7 minutes at a time, and then the hamstrings start to hurt a bit and stuff like that, I think it was a good idea to probably rest him in this last game against Detroit. Obviously, hindsight's a beautiful thing. Thankfully, nothing actually ended up getting worse for Vucevic, and also he had a great game and we won the game, so I can't complain too much about that. But all in all, if things like that happen in the future, again, we're in that situation where one single little bad thing could definitely ruin the Chicago Bulls season. If we miss Vucevic for several months, we lose the big man that has the ability to score, we miss a lot of floor spacing, it's not a good idea to put players in risk just for 1 or 2 games, even though it's in dire situations. So I always lean on the side of caution with things like that, but at the end of the day, we ended up getting out of it unharmed, unscathed, and hopefully he'll be fully ready to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers and he'll be fully back to his best self. Thank you for watching this update for the injuries. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the win against Detroit. It's been a long time since the Chicago Bulls won a game of basketball, and it felt really good to finally get another win under our belt, get our 40th win under our belt as well. And we're looking forward to the next game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, where hopefully we can maybe try to get a win streak going, but it's easier said than done with that Cleveland team. It's something I didn't expect Cleveland to be as good as they are right now, but they've been absolutely great, all things considered, and it's not going to be an easy test for the Bulls. We're going to give them the utmost respect, and hopefully we can walk away with a very tough, hopefully well-earned victory. Take care and peace.